Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a late night edition of Talking Sports with Alec Pecano. Let's get right into it. Here is CFP, my CFB college football rankings, numbers 12 through number 7. We start at number 12 with Texas. The reason I have them this between 12 and 10, the reason I have them at 12 is because I like that their quarterback's coming back, Quentin Ewers, and their coach, Steve Sarkisian's already came out and said that he will be the starting quarterback this year. But they lost two running backs, so their running back position is going to be Connie Young. And I think they're going to lack the ability to run the ball this year because they won't have a prominent number one running back. So I think that's one of their big issues. And I just think to have them higher than 12 before the season starts is a little crazy, but then again, there's going to be people that rank them higher than I do because they know more about Texas than I do. I don't watch that much Big 12 football. Now we go to number 11, and that's a surprising team to see this high in my way too early rankings. And that would be Kansas. Kansas had a really good season last year. Started off undefeated before losing, but they made a bowl game. They were relevant in football for once. And I think they can repeat that and have another good year in football. Number 10 on my way too early college football rankings, I have Memphis. I think they will compete in the American Conference this year in football because it's going to be a lot more competitive because you got Houston, Cincinnati, and UCF leaving. That's 3 big brands leaving the American, and I think it's going to make the conference more wide open, more competitive, and it's going to be more fun to watch compared to the last few years where you had UCF, Houston, Cincinnati running the conference. Now with them gone, it's going to be wide open, and you will see a lot more fun games. Number 9, I've got LSU. And I've heard people say that they should be in the top 6 in everybody's way too early rankings. I'm going to disagree with that. It's Brian Kelly's second year, and supposedly they're supposed to be good this year. Really good. Compete in the SEC. I don't know if that's going to happen, and I'll give you a hint as to why. One of my teams that I have in this portion of the rankings is going to be coming up, and I think they could beat LSU. And they're coming up after this next team. At number 8, I have Oklahoma. And I'm not going to go too far in depth, but I think Oklahoma is going to be good this year in the Big 12. The only uncertainty is, again, I think is their QB. It's not the same QB they had last year, but that doesn't mean that they can't compete in that conference. And the last team I have on here, and a lot of people on this one are going to call me crazy, I think. I have Alabama number 7, and there's one huge reason. They are replacing Bryce Young, and they don't know who their starting quarterback is. It's a race. It's a competition between three guys: Ty Simpson, a freshman, Jalen Milroe, and transfer Tyler Buckner from Notre Dame. So I think that they're going to win 10 or 11 games. They're going to probably make the playoff, of course. But this is my rankings before the season, and I don't think that they will. I think they'll hit their win total and go over whatever it is, and I think they will win the SEC and make the playoff, but they will not win the national championship. Because in my next portion of rankings, there's 3 teams that I think have a better chance of winning the championship than Alabama. And you will see those within the next couple days. On to the next portion of my show. Give me a second. I'm having difficulties. We're going to flip this. So let's go to my top 5 outfielders in baseball right now. Number 5, I've got Kyle Tucker of the Houston Astros. I'm not an Astros fan, but I like how the kid plays. He's a really good hitter. He knows how to hit. He's really good on defense. Number 4, I've got Yordan Alverez, also the Houston Astros. He plays the outfield some, but he's a lot more of a DH than he is an outfielder. And I think he's a really good hitter. And he's good. Number 3, I've got Mike Trout from the Angels. I could have had him 1 or 2, but you'll see why I don't. There's 2 guys that I think that are better than him. But Trout, he's going to be a Hall of Famer once he retires, even if he doesn't win a World Series. And that's what I think. My number 2 outfielder right now is Cedrick Mullins from the Baltimore Orioles. He's another guy that is really good, and I like how he plays. Give me a second. Gonna find the last one. And then the last one I'm gonna do, my number 1 outfielder right now is Randy Arozarena from the Rays. He's electric and a fun young guy. And now we get to the last part of my show for tonight, and it's the prospect report for the Rays. Down on the farm, I got 3 guys I'm going to tell you about for the Rays. The first one is infielder Kyle Manzardo. Over the last 10 games, as of recording this, I don't know what he's done tonight, but the previous 10 games, he's gone 11 for 38 with a 289 average, a 364 on-base percentage and a slugging percentage of .495. His MLB ETA is 2023. The next guy I'm going to talk about is infielder, shortstop / outfielder Greg Jones. His last 10 games, he's gone 9 for 28 with a .250 average, .323 on-base percentage, and a .321 slugging. His MLB ETA is also 2023. And the last guy I'm going to talk about is Cooper Kinney. He's a second baseman for the Rays. His last 10 games up to this week, so last 10, he's gone 13 of 41 for an average of .317 with an on-base percentage of .349 and a slugging of .488. His MLB ETA, which basically means when the Rays expect him to be up in the big leagues, is 2025. And that does it for the show. Thank you for sticking with me. And I will be back tomorrow morning at 9:30, hopefully, to do another episode of a show. If I'm a few minutes late, please give me the benefit of the doubt. But there's 66% of you that are not subscribed to me. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It'd be very helpful for me, and it would get my channel out there to a bigger audience. And I would really appreciate the help of getting more subscribers and more viewers on my videos. Please and thank you. Have a wonderful, amazing, awesome night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you again.